100 views, 100 views. And that's my worst word. Video. Yeah, I know I was really stupid in my first video. Sounded like I think I said many times in that video, prick. I was swearing because I thought it was cool. That was me in the summer, and now it's 2014. That was 2013. I hope you enjoyed my day out. That was a vlog. You may not be able to tell, but I did it on a really. This. When I went out to town with my friends, and we got to some quite weird things. Now, on to today's topic. I'm not a 90s kid. I know, people always say you have to be like born before 1996 to be a proper 90s kid to kind of enjoy it. I was born in the early 2000s. Be exact, 2000. March 31st. And I love their idea of nostalgia, and people always say the 90s was really nostalgic, and I wish I was born then. What happened? My mum expelled me from her birth canal in the year 2000. Thanks, Mum, I missed. I was about to say 9/11, but that happened in the early 2000s. What was it? Y2K. I really shouldn't talk about my mum's birth canal. Yes, as I said, I was born in the year 2000. Okay, so my brother just interrupted me for about 10 minutes, so no more distractions. So I missed the 90s by a smidge, and I would have loved to be one. Like, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original Pokemons, Game Boys. But no, I was early 2000s. With the Zoe 101. Hey, wasn't that 2005? With the I was with the DS and Xboxes. Number 1, why I wish I was a 90s kid. Pokemon. It's gonna be a bitch to clean up. Point number 2, the N64 generation and all the other Nintendos, like Mario 64, GoldenEye, all those ones that all like stuff like Smosh games, and they just talk about the nostalgia of the 90s, and then they're like, I'm stuck with Call of Duty, I don't play, I play Halo. Wish I had the N64. Don't tell Harry I'm 90 old, I'll do that one more than a do. You may know him from the last video. I like the old Cartoon Network more than I like the new Cartoon Network. Don't get me wrong, I love Adventure Time, but I remember when I had an ear infection in one of my ears when I was little. I think I was around 5, and I remember going into the hospital and really seeing like kids with TVs in front of the bed, and I was never allowed to watch the TV for prolonged amounts of time, and I had an ear infection. I was allowed to watch it all the time, so I watched a lot of Ed, Edd and Eddy in Dexter's Laboratory. Friends. Yep, that's not upside down. I love Friends. I remember my dad bought this for my mum one Christmas, and until we moved, me and my brother watched every single series, about 3 episodes a night at tea. And we got through the whole series, and my brother still watches them while he sleeps. If you may like to know, my favourite character is Chandler. Chandler. Daniel. Game Boy games. I love the Game Boy Color. My mum's best friend, one of her best friends, we still keep in contact with. Her sons were massive 90s kids, and they had Game Boys and Game Boy Colors, and they had a spare yellow one. Can't show you it right now because my dad's confiscated it. And my little cousin had big older brothers who lived through the 90s, and I just in my friend's box, and He gave me loads of old original Game Boy games. Dookie, do I have to say any more? Do I? Okay. Dookie was Green Day's album by a band called Green Day, and it was brought out in the same year that my older brother was born, 94. And oh, I love this. And look how old the sticker is. It's like old. I think we bought this in Morrison's. I think this is old Morrison's. I think I remember seeing this on the shelf and going, "Oh, Mum, Papa likes Green Day, doesn't he? Why don't we buy the Green Day CD?" Back to normal sound. I had more. That's not meant to be in there. These are called Crazy Bones. That's not meant to be in there either, but I can't be bothered to throw that because that might break something. Crazy Bones. I remember my mum going to New York and she brought back loads of different, massive box of Crazy Bones, and it was amazing. But you have to flick. If you don't know what Crazy Bones are, you like split them up evenly and you make a team out of them, and you have to try. If you're playing with 2 people, you have to get one, and you have to try and flick it over, and you have to try and be the first person to knock each one over, and it was fun. I used to love it. And I remember there being a craze about, Go-Go Crazy Bones. These were the old ones. These were the good ones. I don't like the Go-Go Crazy Bones, but I like old Crazy Bones. And also, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! That's some weird purse I got from some Aztec day we had. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not going to throw these on the floor because there's Pokemon cards all over the floor, and I don't want to get them mixed up. But the thing is, I'm not a 90s kid, and I never will be. If I was born 1 year earlier, I would have been. I just had to deal with the fact that I'm not a 90s kid, and I have to deal with the fact my friends will make fun of me because they were born in 1998. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like it. Or is it a +1? I'm just gonna say like it. Share it if you liked it. And comment if you are sad that you weren't a 90s kid, or if you were a 90s kid but wanted to make fun of me. Bye!